Alright, this is going to be the tutorial for the 2 skips in Innocence of Ryloth. So first one is the wall climb. This is a V-sync off skip. The more FPS, the easier it's going to be. Usually, I get about 200 FPS and I get it fairly consistently. But basically, there's not really much to it besides there is this one pixel right here you want to hit, and then there's another pixel up here. Then it kind of goes up like this. So you want to be able to hit both of those pixels, and the hardest part is transitioning between the two once you hit the first one. So sometimes you can kind of struggle with that. I kind of struggle right here. You can either backflip or you can front flip. I try to backflip as much as I can because backflipping gains height a lot quicker, and it is sometimes easier to hit the jump, but I still take it if I hit the first jump. So I go up, I get just enough to hit this. Be a little bit careful and make sure you're going on this area, because in this little area, if you fall in this area, then you'll fall down. You just have to retry all over again. And next one, there's another setup for this. So right away I turn off VSync off. And what you can do is there's this little plant, there's this little plant on the right side here, and it has a little bit pixel that you can stand on. So it's about right here. And what you can do to avoid this first pixel, you can jump up to the mid section of the tree and then jump around to get that second pixel. So you're pretty much just avoiding the first pixel at the cost of a longer setup time. Fortunately, I get this pixel really quick. Usually it takes me a few tries. So I get on this pixel, and then I jump on the root of the tree, which is very consistent, and then I can climb up the wall. I go over and I jump over that little section area. So those are the first two. Or the first wall climb. The second skip is this vehicle launch. I don't really have very many tips for this. Most of it I talked about vehicle launch mechanics in my Liberty of Ryloth or the Liberty skip tutorial, but I try to just hold top right. Right here you can kind of see my controller. I'm going top left. And whenever I feel like it, I just kind of alt tab. Usually when I plant my right foot down is when I alt tab. And then when I get about right here is when I jump out. It's kind of muscle memory for me to jump out about here, so I recommend you practice this a lot. No, I didn't get enough height, unfortunately, in that attempt. And then I hold bottom left here. If you hold bottom left and jump out in the same spot every time, then you'll always get this trick. And the transition is just right here. Sometimes you can go behind the transition. And yes. There are sometimes you can end up like getting your walker like stuck inside of here if you're like messing it up or something like that. So if that does happen, you probably have to restart the level. Because I don't believe there's a way to recall back in. Oh, we can go right here. This skip is usually really consistent. There we go. So like I said, and just alt tab right when my right foot lands. Usually go about top left for the angle. And then once I get about above the trees or so, then I jump out and I hold bottom left. And then I usually get the transition right there. Fortunately, I got that one in mid transition. But anyways, ciao.